Diddy Combs, and according to him, it was divine intervention that kept him away from something dark, very dark. Stay tuned to hear Adesanya's surreal brush with the elite world of Epstein, Diddy, and the secrets that never seem to see the light of day. If you're new to Clock Africa, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss stories like this. It started with a casual interview. Israel Adesanya, fresh off a fight, was chatting with MMA journalist Oscar Willis. The topic turned to Jeffrey Epstein, whose recent arrest had stirred the world. But Adesanya was stunned. The media was fixated on the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, drowning out one of the biggest scandals of the century. Here was a man, Epstein, accused of trafficking minors to the world's wealthy. All the public could focus on was Hollywood drama. Adesanya, like many others, asked the haunting question, what happened to those people? Where's the list? The list of Epstein's powerful clients, the ones who flew to his island, the ones who, to this day, remain untouched. At the time, Adesanya didn't think his comment would go anywhere, but the clip went viral, and it didn't stop. Every year since, the moment resurfaces, on Twitter, on Instagram, across YouTube, over and over again. That one question, where's the list? And with it came a chilling realization. He tweeted out something bold, something that raised eyebrows. He said, I will never ever kill myself. I've never even come close. A statement so blunt, it echoes the fear many share. What if speaking truth about the elites gets you silenced? Because let's face it, we know who went to Epstein's island. The flight logs are public. The associations are documented, but no one's been prosecuted. No names on the list have faced justice. The deeper you look, the darker it gets. Fast forward to this year, and Adesanya brings up something else. Cat Williams, another celebrity who recently went public, spilling secrets about the dark side of fame. And now, Diddy, Sean Combs. In the headlines again, this time for something that could shake the entertainment industry to its core. Rumors swirl. A list of accomplices allegedly linked to Diddy could soon be revealed. And according to one attorney, the names will shock the world. Adesanya doesn't say it outright, but he hints, I think he's gonna sing. The implication? Diddy might talk to save himself, because what's coming could be explosive. Then Israel shares a near miss. After knocking out Alex Pereira in Miami, he celebrates with his team at a strip club called Tootsie's. There, someone tells him, yo, Diddy was here watching your fight last night. Curious, Adesanya checks his DMs. Turns out Diddy had reached out 2 prior, asking for an interview. Israel passed the message to his manager, but nothing ever came of it. And in hindsight, Adesanya believes God was watching over him. Because what if he had said yes? What if he got that invite to one of Diddy's infamous white parties? He admits he probably would have gone. After all, it's where stars like Jennifer Lopez and Rick Ross hang out. It's the ultimate networking spot for celebrities. But that's the trap, because behind the glitz and glamour, rumors suggest something else was happening. People allegedly drugged with ketamine, taken advantage of, filmed and blackmailed. And suddenly, it's no longer a party. It's a setup. Adesanya paints a disturbing picture. Someone innocently mingling, then suddenly finding themselves in a room with an underage girl, being recorded without consent. He says it bluntly. Oh, how was that 15-year-old? Wait, what? And by then, it's too late. He's heard the rumors, like everyone else. The cameras hidden around the house, the ocean of baby oil allegedly found at Diddy's place, with reports suggesting up to 100,000 bottles. Costco, apparently, denied ever selling that volume. Then comes the question, were the serial numbers scratched off? If true, that's not just weird, it's criminal. Adesanya also questions if Diddy was working alone or was part of a bigger network, one eerily similar to Epstein's. After all, Epstein had a huge estate in Miami. So did Diddy. The parallels are hard to ignore. And here's the part that hits hardest. What used to be crazy conspiracy theories are now mainstream conversations. The tinfoil hat stuff, the secret places where elites abuse children, that used to be Alex Jones territory. But Adesanya says it himself. He was right. He was right about a lot of things. In the end, this isn't just a story about a fighter. It's about a man who looked fame in the face, saw the cracks underneath, and walked away unscathed. Barely. Adesanya thanks God for that. And listening to him, you can't help but wonder how many others weren't so lucky. This story is just one more thread in a web of disturbing truths we're only beginning to unravel. If you want to keep hearing the untold stories from Africa and the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next video.
I did this interview with Oscar Willis, right? And I started talking about the whole, this is when Epstein just got arrested. And I was saying like, well, Epstein just got arrested, right? And then Oscar goes, yeah, it's funny how the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case is getting more attention than that. And I'm like, crazy, isn't it? So this Epstein guy just sold kids or whatever, trafficked them to these rich oligarchs and whatnot. And I was like, what happened to them? What happens to those people? Where's the list?
Yeah.
And then I didn't think anything of it, but then it went viral. And then every year since, it goes viral at least twice or 3 times. I'll see it just circulate again, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. So then I went on Twitter, and I said, I'll say it again, look, what's it? I will never, ever kill myself. I've never even come close.
Well, there's enough people commenting on the Epstein case that I don't think you have to worry. But
Yeah.
the people that are in the position to actually know the people's names on the list, those people are probably in trouble.
Yeah.
Because that's a crazy piece of information to have.
And the fact is that, look.
No one's been tried. No one's been brought. No one's been discussed. We know who went there. We know flight logs. No one talks about anything. There's no effort to prosecute.
Yeah, but I'm saying now this year, it's kind of crazy how this year started off with, what's his name, Cat Williams on Shannon Sharp. He starts talking, spilling the tea, sipping the cognac.
Yeah.
And then now this whole P. Diddy thing.
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh, man, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
Sean Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplices to be revealed soon. The names will shock you, attorney says. Whoa.
I think he's going to sing, I think
he has to sing or he
Bro,
goes
also,
to
I'll
jail
tell you
for the
one
rest of his
thing.
life.
God protects me. I'm so glad God protects me. Because, look, if I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Of course, no one knew. No one
Right.
knew.
If
And
you
then
don't know, you're
find
just
out.
a celebrity and you know, oh, Jennifer Lopez is going to be there. Oh, Rick
That's what I'm
Ross is
saying.
going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
And-
That would be a cool place. I want to meet those people.
Facts. And I just want
Yeah.
to be there having fun partying, but then they start to, apparently, they said they were using, I'm going to guess it's like ketamine, because they said horse tranquilizer, and they were putting in people's drinks in the champagne and then getting them all loose. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you a secret. It's just us two, right?
Yeah.
After I knocked out Pereira in Miami, we went to Tootsie's the next night, and they were like, yo, P. Diddy wasn't here watching your fight last night. I was like, wait, word? Crazy. And I went and checked my DMs, and I saw, oh, shit, he hit me up. And he was talking about 2 months later, I want to do an interview or whatever. And I said, here's my manager's number. But cool. Nothing ever came off it. But again, that's why I say God be protecting me.
Right.
Because who knows? Like, you never know. Oh, yeah, we're having this party later on. Yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. And then they start to, like, you know, you find some chick, you pull on you, and then boom. Oh, how was that 15-year-old? Like, wait, what?
Right. And
Yeah.
you're filmed. Yeah.
I
And
heard
then-
about that, yeah.
He
But
had,
again-
allegedly,
Yeah,
cameras all over
allegedly.
the house and 100.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yeah. What?
Nobody's that
1,000?
ashy, bro. 1,000. But also, by the way, that's shit lube. Coconut oil is better. Fucking water-based lubricant.
Yeah.
But baby oil is acidic as fuck. Johnson & Johnson's. Like, that's demonic, bro. Like, why would you use baby oil? Even
Old
if you're
school.
fucking dudes. Nah.
Probably started out with it. That's all the bottles.
Nah, that's AI. That's
that
gotta be
AI?
AI. That's gotta be AI.
I don't know if it's AI. I think that's real. I
Bro,
think it
I'm
was
telling-
lube and baby oil. I think you had a variety of different substances.
Who counted that? Was
Look at that.
1,000?
Look at that.
1, 2, 3
Bro,
bottles of baby
imagine
oil,
having
4, 5,
500
6 bottles of baby oil on the wall.
Imagine having 500 bottles and go, we need to go for a fucking Target run.
Nah, man. Oh, the fact that said it was fucking, what do you call it, Costco, and Costco goes, nah, we don't sell that shit.
What is this? Defaced AR-15s? Interesting. What does that mean? Does that mean
So they scratch the
serial numbers
off? Yeah.
Whoa, that's a serious crime.
Yeah.
That's a serious crime.
But again, see, he's in cahoots with Epstein. And then...
Was he in cahoots with Epstein?
Yeah.
Or was it just a similar type of an operation?
No, they were friends.
Really?
Yeah, because Epstein had a fucking on Miami as well. That really private, rich estate in Miami. So they were all in cahoots as well. But again, I think he's gonna sing.
Isn't it crazy? Like, that was always the conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat thing. Oh, there's a place where the elites go to fuck underage kids. Like, what?
What's his name? Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Yeah. He was right.
He was right.
He was right about a lot of things.
Almost everything.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Clock Africa channel. In a stunning turn of events, Tory Lanez's legal team has dropped a bombshell, shaking the very foundation of the case that led to his conviction. According to a new statement made public, Daystar Peterson, known to the world as Tory Lanez, may have been wrongly convicted for a crime he didn't commit. The defense now claims a key witness, Mr. James, told advocacy group Unite the People that he personally heard Kelsey Harris admit to having the firearm, firing it 3 times during a heated confrontation. Tory, according to James, only intervened, grabbing her arm in an attempt to stop her, which led to 2 additional shots being fired. That means 5 shots, not from Tory Lanez, but from Kelsey Harris. And the only neutral witness in the case, Sean Kelly, backed this up in court. He testified that he saw 2 women fighting, and after 2 men stepped in to break it up, gunshots rang out from the passenger side of the SUV. That's where Kelsey was sitting, not Tory. Even more shocking, forensic testing showed Tory Lanez's DNA was not on the weapon. The defense received that crucial lab report right before the trial, showing his DNA was almost completely excluded. A 0.01% chance of his DNA being on the gun is not evidence, it's proof of his innocence. Despite the media circus and prosecution narrative, this evidence paints a different story, one where Tory tried to stop the shooting, not start it. Tory's team now says he was railroaded by former DA George Gascon and warns that if he's not pardoned or released soon, his life could be in danger behind bars. They're calling it the ultimate injustice. Why was this information buried? Why did Megan's team respond to the media inquiry while Kelsey and the prosecution stayed silent? This case reeks of political motivation and prosecutorial failure. Could it be that the wrong person is serving time? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Has Tory Lanez been sacrificed to protect someone else? If you like this video, kindly subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so you don't miss any update from this channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. It is our contention that he was wrongly convicted. And while we at first were willing to let the process play out, it is our contention now that if he is not pardoned or released promptly, he may never come out. And that would be the ultimate injustice, is that he gets killed in prison for something he did not do.
I've been looking into Daystar Peterson's case for almost 6 months now, professionally known as Tory Lanez. And after reviewing the evidence, the reporting, and the legal analysis, I've come to the conclusion that Tory Lanez was railroaded by the former district attorney, George Gascon. It is true that last week, the New York Post editors reached out to 3 parties, one being George Gascon, Megan Pete's team, and Kelsey Harris. It is also true that Megan's team was the only ones that responded back for that request for comment.
As the attorneys laid out here today, the prosecution failed to produce a single shred of forensic evidence tying Tory to the actual gun.
It started with rejection and confusion when Zoe Spencer wasn't accepted into a streaming university, while someone who doesn't even stream, Z, was. That sparked backlash and disappointment. Zoe couldn't understand how she, a dedicated streamer, was passed over, while Z, who only occasionally appears on streams when invited, got in. That was Zoe's tipping point. Her name was blocked in chats, and she couldn't figure out what she'd done wrong. She was hurt, confused, and ready to speak her truth. Then came the emotional fallout. A clip surfaced showing Zoe crying. She felt unseen, undervalued, and questioned whether people thought she was even worthy of opportunities. That pain wasn't just about one rejection. It represented a deeper frustration with the streaming world. Let's be real, Zoe's a strong force in this space. Despite the criticism, she's good at what she does. She creates content that connects. She's passionate, consistent, and one of the leading female creators pushing boundaries. And in a male-dominated space, that's not easy. The fact is, Zoe became part of the streaming world not by accident, but because she earned her place through hard work and charisma. She's good on stream, she's entertaining, and that's exactly why she stood out from the start. That's why it felt wrong to some that she was excluded. But here's where things get complicated. Zoe believed that certain people had an issue with her, especially after feeling distanced by friends she once streamed with. She shared how a moment during the Jusky show on September 24th left her feeling embarrassed. It was the first time someone she trusted made her feel small in front of others, and it stayed with her. In that moment, Zoe realized something had shifted. She was being left out, misunderstood, and maybe even ridiculed, not just publicly, but privately too. That moment of embarrassment wasn't just about a joke. It symbolized a change in how she was treated. Zoe's personality is energetic and bold. She's outgoing and expressive, but sometimes that energy isn't received well, especially behind the scenes. She was told to chill in situations that made her feel like she was too much, and that hurt. But Zoe being herself shouldn't be a problem. And still, she was sensing tension, awkwardness, and silence from those who once supported her. What made it worse was the private stuff, the drama that never made it to the internet. There were behind-the-scenes issues between Zoe and some of the guys, but nothing was ever said publicly. So from the outside, all people saw were the clips and the posts, not the full story. But from Zoe's point of view, those silent shifts in energy were loud. And then came the posts. Zoe started tweeting things that made people believe she didn't mess with certain creators anymore. And while they didn't respond publicly, it left them wondering, why does she feel this way? They had no beef with Zoe, no tension, no animosity. From their side, it felt like a misunderstanding. But the tweet suggested otherwise, and it hurt, especially when Zoe assumed she wouldn't be invited back on certain streams because her former collaborator was now in a relationship. That wasn't true, but perception is powerful. Zoe's disappointment about not being part of the streaming university cuts deeper than just missing an opportunity. It's about value, recognition, and respect. But here's the truth. One rejection doesn't define your worth. And for a creator like Zoe, who's consistently delivered, that truth matters even more. Streaming University was just an idea, a creative vision for a lineup that made sense to the team. It wasn't a judgment on anyone's talent. Still, to Zoe, it felt personal. And when people claimed Zeddy, someone else chosen, doesn't make content, it stirred up more controversy. But the truth is, everyone on that lineup brings something to the table. Maybe it wasn't about streaming frequency, but about chemistry, potential, or a specific vision. That doesn't erase Zoe's talent or hard work. In the end, this situation isn't about drama. It's about communication, misunderstanding, and respect. Zoe Spencer is a powerful creator who deserves to be seen. And even when she's not included in every project, that doesn't mean she isn't valuable. This moment is a reminder for creators everywhere. Your worth isn't determined by one opportunity or one rejection. It's about the bigger picture, and Zoe's picture is still being painted. For more honest conversations around creators, culture, and the people behind the content, stay tuned to Clock Africa. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because your voice, just like Zoe's, deserves to be heard.
So is Zeddy up there? And Zeddy's not a streamer. Zeddy streams with me. And then he just, he streams with people when they call him. That's when I knew, like, damn. I don't know what I did to get my name blocked in the chat. Niggas can't even say my name. Like, what did I do? Like,
and I'ma give y'all my POV so y'all kind of understand what's really going on. Elephant in the room. Zoe. I seen the clip of Zoe crying and how emotional she felt about certain things. There's some shit going on where Zoe is crying and shit. And let me go ahead and explain and draw this picture for y'all. Zoe made a post about how she don't feel this, she feel like people don't think she's deserving of certain opportunities or feel like she's at the bottom of the barrel. Let me go ahead and start it like this. Zoe, if people don't tell you enough, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, because I'm a type of person where I'm gonna give props where it's due. Obviously, you are a forefront leader in, I don't care what nobody say. Obviously, you are a forefront leader in doing what you do. You feel me? As much as what people may say about Zoe, she's good at what she do. She's good at her content. People may have certain opinions on what she got going on, but let's just be real here, bro. The reason why she even was on my stream the streams in the beginning in the first place is because, she obviously is great at entertaining and being a good streamer, nigga. We know that. You feel what I'm saying? I want to be able to just say that. She's really good at doing what she do, and so the fact that people think like she's not deserving of certain shit is so ass to me, because it's like, bro, who the fuck is anybody to say or dictate how deserving you are of somebody? Who the fuck am I? Zoe is good at what she do. She's a good streamer, and I think for females in itself, it's already a small portion. So she's front line of that, and I can honestly say that. I'm gonna keep it real. Now let's rewind to everything she said. She said this narrative of me not fucking with her, or there's some type of weird shit going on. Zoe, let's think for a moment. Let's think for a moment. Read between the lines. No, listen. It started here. September 24th. In Atlanta. I ain't never say nothing, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm not holding this against you. I'm not putting it past you, because I know who you are as a person. September 24th. Drewski show. I never got to tell you how that shit made me feel, because of who you are and how your humor and like how you are as a person. I dead for the first time, and my bad I didn't get to like talk about it with you, but like felt secondhand embarrassed, like felt embarrassed. If y'all see that clip, like
stop embarrassing yourself in front of so much people. Look dumb. What do you mean I embarrass myself in front of all of these people? You think I'm in? Absolutely. So why do you think I like embarrass myself? Like you don't think like why do you say that? Because you keep let me make you a little bright, baby, because you're dark. Okay.
Girls gonna need light.
Go. Now we rock. We look so good together. Oh man. Okay, Kai, we look so good together. Put your face next to mine.
We friends.
Do not clip it. Don't clip that, please.
Trey, I got y'all dude. Y'all can start something big now.
I bit him. Well, why you didn't forget?
at one point I told her to chill because like, bro, there was like a lot of going on. But you know, Zoe is like, you know, she's very outgoing, she's very positive. That's her shit. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put that past her. But right there, something felt off. But like, I didn't put that past her. I'm like, okay, then it's none of my business. This is how I'm looking at it, right? It's none of my business. Something happened with Zoe and the bros. That shit happened, that behind the scenes, that was some type of weird shit going on. That's never been on the internet. None of that, and there's no reason for me to talk because you feel what I'm saying. That's their business. Last time I seen Zoe was in September. Anything I seen with Zoe was clips online. I need y'all to really do y'all research on a lot of shit. The shit that Zoe would say online, I would think she don't even fuck with me. Y'all know I mind my business. I mind my business. I stay to myself. I don't be bothering nobody. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick, and y'all tell me how y'all may take it as. And this is me on some shit where it's like, okay, me and Zoe is cool. But then when I see shit like this, I'm gonna be honest. When I see shit like this, and I didn't do nothing to her, this is where I feel like, you feel me? When I see shit like this,
yeah, y'all ain't never gonna see me with Kai again, boy. And it ain't on no beef shit, it ain't on no funny.
what's wrong with that is, why would you automatically assume that you would never be on my stream again because of me being in a relationship? It makes no sense. That's it. That's it. But Zoe, I want you to know there isn't no animosity. There's no tension against you. There's nothing from my side. There's nothing against you that you feel me that I'm holding against you.
Britney Spears shocked everybody on Thursday when she started drinking and lit up a cigarette on a private jet. Britney was flying from Cabo to LAX with her security when we're told she started drinking, pulled out a cigarette, lit it, and then started smoking.
Drunk it all. Oh no, I'm completely sober.
Now, flight attendants ordered her to stop, but we're told she was being, quote, difficult. Our sources say that when the plane landed, authorities met with her to warn her about her conduct, but ultimately let her off with a warning.
Lamar, you're better than this! Lamar, what are you doing? Shame on you, Lamar.
Honey, I'm trying to tell y'all about Fashion Nova on the TikTok shop. Did you all know Fashion Nova was on the TikTok shop? Yes, honey, Fashion Nova. This denim jean jumper is Fashion Nova. Right here on the TikTok shop. Honey, too good. Okay, I'm 5'5", 165. I'm wearing in the size large. No stretch. Size up. No stretch. has pockets, has the hoops if you want to put a belt on with it. Cause y'all know I'm gonna put a belt on it eventually, not today. But you see how you could. This is too good. This jumper is amazing. Do you see? You can wear it like this. You can flip it down like that. However you want it. Put the shoulder out, honey, cause it belongs out. The shoulder on this jumper, this denim jumper from Fashion Nova belong out. Baby, it's too good, okay? I'm 5'5", 165, wearing a size large, size up. The whole look is TikTok.
At this point, I take it you guys trust me when I say I found a good pair of stretchy jeans. I just had another pair come in from Fashion Nova via TikTok because you can shop Fashion Nova on TikTok now. And you guys, look at these jeans that they are. Jeans are super stretchy. I really like these. So for reference, I'm 5'5", 190 pounds. And I always size down when I do my stretch jeans. So I'm usually a 14. These are a 13 and they fit perfectly. When I say perfectly, they are just super fitting. That's why I love a stretchy jean, because they're going to hug you like in all of the right places. They're going to form fit and they're just going to be super flattering. So these are one of those jeans, you guys. I really like these. I like the cutout here and the length on here is good. They are tall girl friendly. So I'm 5'5" and I do have quite a bit of room here, but really like the high waist. I just love jeans that come up over the tummy. But look at the stretch on these, you guys. These are so good. I love the light gray.
You know it's true. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why I came here. The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because you fabricated. You fabricated and you talked about my children. And as a father, I was not going to allow that. I've allowed you to do what you've been doing all of this time, and I said nothing. I said nothing. She got mad at me because I went live and said I didn't knock this lame out.
South Korea's iconic temple, which is over 1,000 years old, has just been destroyed by one of the worst wildfires the region has seen in years. For perspective, that temple is more than 4 times the age of America. The country. South Korea declared a state of emergency after the wildfires have already burnt an area equivalent to 4,600 football fields. And 16 new wildfires broke out nationwide on Friday alone. 100 helicopters and 9,000 personnel are being deployed to battle the flames, while thousands are being evacuated and 4 have lost their lives. But of course, as the situation develops, I'll keep you guys updated.
Welcome back to Clock Africa channel. Today's update centers on the escalating legal battle involving music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. As more witnesses come forward, the case grows increasingly disturbing, shedding light on a long-standing pattern of abuse, manipulation, and criminal behavior. Diddy currently faces several serious allegations, including racketeering, sex trafficking, drug distribution, prostitution, bribery, intimidation, and even arson. These claims are not just wild accusations. They are backed by testimonies from multiple individuals who once worked closely with or were intimately involved with him. Cassie's testimony: years of abuse and control. One of the most significant and heartbreaking accounts came from Cassandra Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend of over a decade. Her testimony details a deeply abusive and toxic relationship marked by extreme emotional manipulation, physical violence, and psychological trauma. Cassie alleges that Diddy beat her at the Intercontinental Hotel, then bribed a hotel security guard to cover up the incident. She claims he isolated her from family and friends, controlled her finances, and coerced her into organizing and participating in degrading sexual events called freak-offs. These sessions often involved paid escorts and were used to humiliate and control her. Cassie says she suffered from battered woman syndrome, addiction, and Stockholm syndrome, all of which made it incredibly difficult for her to escape the relationship. She was allegedly forced to procure escorts for Diddy and at times coerced into using drugs he supplied. Her testimony paints a grim picture of a woman trapped in a psychological prison, maintained by manipulation, money, and fear. Dawn Richards' testimony, violence witnessed firsthand. Dawn Richard, a former artist signed under Diddy's Bad Boy label and member of the girl group Danity Kane, testified that she once witnessed Diddy swinging a skillet at Cassie during an argument. While her statement is damning, the defense sought to undermine her by pointing out inconsistencies in her accounts across various interviews and court documents. They emphasized her past attempts to reconnect professionally with Diddy as recently as 2020, casting doubt on her credibility. Nevertheless, supporters argue that financial dependency and career aspirations often keep victims tied to their abusers long after the abuse ends. Carrie Morgan's testimony, a friend turned witness. Carrie Morgan, a longtime friend of Cassie, provided harrowing insights into the couple's relationship. She recounted instances where Diddy dragged Cassie by her hair, kicked her, and once locked her in a room for hours. In one particularly disturbing story, she described an incident in Jamaica where Diddy pushed Cassie into a brick wall, forcing her to hide in the woods overnight. Carrie also claimed that she was choked and assaulted by Diddy and later offered $30,000 and an NDA to remain silent. She declined the offer and eventually distanced herself from both Diddy and Cassie after feeling unsupported and endangered. David James's testimony, drugs, control, and intimidation. David James, Diddy's former assistant from 2007 to 2009, testified to Diddy's regular drug use, manipulation tactics, and how he maintained psychological control over Cassie. David said he was often asked to stock Diddy's luggage with ecstasy, Percocet, and cocaine, sometimes without direct instruction. He also spoke about One Stop, a known dealer who provided drugs that Diddy allegedly shared with celebrities and, shockingly, even a former U.S. president, reportedly Barack Obama, though this particular claim remains unverified and highly controversial. David further claimed that Diddy used blackmail to control him, including secretly recording him while intoxicated and forcing him to take lie detector tests. He detailed how Diddy once spoke about arming himself and confronting Suge Knight in a supposed drive-by. These chilling accounts suggest that Diddy operated as both a musical powerhouse and a figure entangled in criminal activities, using fear and wealth as tools of dominance. Cassie's mother, Regina Ventura, a mother's perspective. Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother, testified that Diddy threatened to kill both Cassie and Kid Cudi, Cassie's rumored partner after her breakup with Diddy. She recalled an occasion where she called the police during a violent altercation between her daughter and Diddy. Regina also claimed Diddy tried to extort Cassie by threatening to leak explicit tapes. According to her, Diddy was obsessed with controlling every aspect of Cassie's life, including her phone, her movement, and her decisions, leaving her with no real sense of freedom or identity. Escort testimony. Sherry Hayes, the Punisher. Sherry Hayes, an escort allegedly hired by Diddy and Cassie, testified under oath and also published a tell-all book detailing his bizarre sexual demands. He claimed Diddy would often watch their encounters while naked and wearing a hijab, sometimes engaging in disturbing acts afterward. According to Sherry, the sexual freak-offs were paid handsomely, often costing Diddy thousands per session. Sherry eventually ended the arrangement after experiencing erectile dysfunction and now claims to have published a book discussing both his condition and his time with the famous couple. common themes across all testimonies. Despite minor inconsistencies in individual stories, a chilling pattern is emerging. Control, power, manipulation, and abuse. Witness after witness has described how Diddy maintained an environment where fear, drugs, violence, and money kept people compliant. Whether it was bribing security staff, intimidating assistants, threatening family members, or paying off friends, Diddy allegedly used his influence to silence dissent and protect his empire. His defense team continues to discredit witnesses, argue over motivations, and deny the allegations. But the mountain of overlapping testimonies makes it difficult to ignore the bigger picture. These stories suggest not just isolated incidents, but a systemic culture of abuse that spanned years and affected numerous lives. Well, this is just a trial that is just hard to cover. But as we know more, we will let you know. But it's good to mention at this point that Diddy has not yet been convicted, and it's essential to remember that all individuals are innocent until proven guilty. Still, the severity of these allegations and the consistency across testimonies make this one of the most explosive celebrity trials in recent memory. What are your thoughts? Do you think justice will be served, or will Diddy's wealth and influence shield him from accountability? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for ongoing updates as this case unfolds.
It's currently 2 a.m. in the UK right now, but we have the Met Gala going on as we speak, so you already know what's coming next. Time to rate some celebrity outfits of the Met Gala 2025. Please remember though, I'm not a fashionista. I would just like to be one. Come and kiss me. Mwah! Look at my sexy little queen. You guys don't even know we're married. I don't think she knows either, but flip! She looks good. I could just tell the way the light is doing twinkle, 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 little star. That dress, suit, whatever you like to call it, is doing when you're there live. My darling, you on the other hand, I'm sorry. Normally you're fantastic. But this is looking like golden tinfoil. This is looking like something you wrap the Christmas turkey up in. Flip! I don't even think it really compliments your body. Please though, remember you lot, I'm not a fashionista. I'm just giving my opinion. Look at me, does it look like I should be even there? Does it look like I'll even ever get invited? Anyway, I digress. This one is not it. I'm sorry. I could be wrong, but no, I'm not wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, oh no. I want to apologize in advance. I want to apologize for what I'm about to say. Madam number 1 and Madam number 2. I'm sorry, but whoever styled you to look like a hot mess. Flip! Let me address Madam number 1. Lovely lady, I'm sure you are, but I don't know what type of rope, what type of net, what giant Spider-Man came to spring his black webs all over the dress, but it's not looking good. I'm sorry. It looks messy. Oh, and darling, Madam number 2, you're wearing 6 different things. I don't even know where to look first. Maybe, this is why I say every year, maybe I don't understand fashion. Maybe I don't understand fashion. You look hot. As in not, as in you look good, as in you look hot. You want a tissue? The scarf is strangulating your neck while you have a jacket on, something under the jacket, a skirt under, on top of a skirt, on top of a skirt. Too much is going on. Too much is going on. It's really discombobulating my mind. Oh, wow. You got to be starting something where you want to be starting. Zendaya, flip. Yeah, you look good. It's like simplistic, but it's not simplistic if you know what I'm talking about. Like there's nothing special about it. Well, she is. She's flipping beautiful. Sorry, Tom. There's nothing crazy about it, but she just looks good. You know when someone just looks good no matter what they wear? Flip! I wish I was the same. Damn! Alright. This one is giving hourglass figure. Wow. Alright. I really like it. This is part 2 of rating celebrity outfits at the Met Gala 2025. Please remember, I'm always gonna remind you, I'm not a fashionista. I would just like to be one. What in the boy in striped pajamas is going on here? What? Uncle, granddad, I'm sorry. This ain't it. I don't know who convinced you to wear your pajamas to the Met Gala, but it's... I don't even think you yourself are convinced about this outfit. I don't think you are. Hey! This one's giving pimp. I don't know what you heard about me. Fast forward. Cause I'm a mother P-I-M-P. You're giving pimp. You look like you own people. Not things, people. I can't lie. It suits ya. It looks good on ya. I can't lie. No one should have put you in this hour. Wait, is that AI? Wait a minute. Wallahi, I swear down, I thought her hair was AI. I thought the face was AI. I thought this was a fake picture. It's real. I had to go and check. Alicia Keys. Oh my gosh, this one's off key. Whoever gave you red seaweed as a hairstyle is crazy. You need to fire them immediately. And I don't know what's going on. Every year someone comes in their duvet. Is the Met Gala a long process? You don't want to sleep? I don't even know. After you take the pictures, what do you guys do? Maybe you guys just have one big sleepover. Everyone always brings duvet. Why are you bringing your husband's duvet? I'm confused. Like even Madame Serena. What? Why did you bring your duvet to the party? Confused. In my eyes, it just comes across like, yo, the dress hasn't done exactly what they want it to do, so they bring a duvet to make a bit more noise. But it's quiet. We can't hear it. This one just pissed me off, man. This is ruining my whole day. I was about to applaud all the men this year. I didn't see any black plain suits. Everyone brought a little Shazam with it. Everyone brought a little je ne sais quoi. Jameson, Mr. Corden, what the flip? You know you bring this same suit out of your wardrobe every single year without fail. What? Like, do you even try? You don't even try. That's why it gets me angry. Why are you there if you're not gonna try? The Met Gala has a theme. Is technically a dress up for celebrities. Richer than rich. You are richer than rich. Your outfit is not giving richer than rich. I tried. It's giving, let me just turn up and get a picture. Yeah, thank you, mate. Sweet. This was you last year. All you changed was the shoes and no glasses. This was you 2022. Oh, dreadful. Oh! I'm not even angry, mate. I'm disappointed. I'm flipping disappointed. This is part 3 of rating celebrity outfits at the Met Gala 2025. Please remember, I am not a fashionista. I would just like to be one. You guys are putting me to work. It's 2:30 a.m. Can I not go to sleep? Madam, I don't know. I don't know if it's the pose or it's the outfit. Something's off. You got abs though, and I'm trying to get abs though, so let's just leave it at that. I can't tell whether I like it or I don't like it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It looks like someone's throwing paint all up. Wait, the hairstyle. Wait a minute, where's your eyebrows? I don't like it. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You look like a black cowgirl. You look like a black cowgirl. Ready to go to war. You own estates. I like it. I like it a lot. I will wear it. I will wear it. I would never wear it. What the flip? What the heck? You know when you're at a kid's birthday party and there's the balloon connoisseur, there's the clown that's doing up the balloons. This is what they've dressed you in. What? Looking like one colourful cat in a hat. I don't know what was going through their brain. Have you got a bouncy castle below your waist? Why is it puffy? I think your bottom half needs deflating. The big bow on the back of you, I don't know what's going on. The jacket, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. I really don't know what is going on. What were they going for? It just looks like a hot mess. a hot mess. Again, please, you lot, I'm not talking about the people themselves. I'm talking about the clothes on their body. They have stylists, millionaires. Some of your stylists don't like you. It's evident. Oh. Oh. Whatever you guys were going for is out the window. This is a dress from PLT or Shein, and they've just put a cape over the top and said, yes, let's go to Met Gala. This is not it. At least you know we're matching. Twins! And my green heels on the bottom as well. Oh, I've realized. She's trying to grab a role in the sequel of Wicked. She's trying to grab a role in the sequel of Wicked. I need that. I just realized he's a millionaire. I don't need it. I don't have the money for it. But if I had the money for it, I need that. He looks clean. You look good. This guy always shows out every single year, without a doubt. He's always one of the best dressed. Boom. Boom. Whoever tailors his suits, 10 out of 10. I think it's his boyfriend. I'm not sure. Husband. I'm not sure. But he looks good as well. Sparkle me sparkle. Twinkle me twinkle. Every time I see her, I love her by the way, but every time I see her, I just think of a horror film. It's scaring me. Maybe because every single time I watch her in films, she's doing horror stuff, horror films. But it's scaring me. The blue highlighter with the face and the hat, the whole thing is scaring me. Don't get it twisted though. I love her. I think she's amazing. I'm not sure about. It's scary. Your suit needs to get tailored immediately. What's going on? This is. He bought this in the shop. Didn't tailor it at all. Nothing is fitting him correct. I can't tell. Looking like the Wicked Witch of the West. Bare colours. Just loads of colours. Yeah, it's in your face. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it.
You lot asked for it, so I'm gonna give it to you. This is part 4 of rating celebrity outfits at the Met Gala 2025. Remember, I'm not a fashionista. I would just like to be one. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo! Did you just bring a piano to the Met Gala? Brother, has this guy got a whole piano on his back? He's got a whole Alicia Keys on his back. What the flip, what the heck? And are you holding a bin bag? A trash bag? Wait. We need to really analyze it. He looks like he's wearing a parachute jumpsuit, a big red button on his head. And I don't know if I mentioned it, he has a whole piano on his back. I know his back is hurting. Sometimes I think, cool, it's meant to be art, but it's meant to be practical, nah? How did he get in this car? Someone needs to let me know. How did he get in his car? How does he sit down at the Met Gala? Are there even seats? I don't even know. But how does he sit down? Does he take the piano off? Put it to the side? Hey, you lot. I'm sorry. I get it. It's meant to be like art rather than just something you'll wear down the street. But this outfit on the left. She looks like a 13-year-old child trying to sneak into an adult's event. She's on her friend's shoulders. The suit that she's wearing is too big. And then she's paired it with Jennifer Lopez heels, knee high. Nah. Okay. Whoever your stylist is, offer them a one-on-one. Offer them a fight because they don't like you. You need to fire them with immediate effect. Who on earth put you in a seaweed skirt and 2 chihuahuas on your arms and thought it was all right? Sorry. You got the best of both worlds. Darling, you didn't do it. You're not doing the best of both worlds. I don't know what's going on here. The dress, outfit, whatever you like to call it, looks unfinished. It looks unfinished. I'm sorry. I'm convinced Doja does this on purpose. Is there a monkey on top of her head? Is there a cat on top of her head? For some reason, I semi-like it. I don't know where the bottom half is, but I get it. That was actually a theme this year for some reason. What happened to everyone? Everyone wanted to show their legs. I get it though. You guys got nice legs. But like, I don't know, like, it don't look good. Like, it just looks half-hearted. I get it. Like I said, you lot all have the sexy legs. I like it. I rate it, but it just don't. Nah, it looks unfinished. Who's this? I think this is Kim Kardashian. I can't tell. She looks lighter than normal. What happened to her bum? I swear she used to have a... Anyway, I like it, you know. All blacked out leather. It's looking a bit BDSM-y, but it's blacked out. I like it. It's all right. I like it. A stylish assassin. Mafia, in fact. Oh no. Julipa. It don't look good. Nikki! It's nice. It's nice. Nothing crazy, nothing special. It's nice. She's got the hourglass figure though. Annabelle. Anne. Darling. I think your stylist was confused. I don't know if they knew what was going on, because at the top it looks like you're doing a 9-to-5 corporate job. Maybe you work in IT. Down below looks like you're doing big fat gypsy wedding. Please, before anyone tries to come for me, there was a show called Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. Relax. The combination is not combination. It's not making sense. You get me? It's nah. Party at the bottom. This is probably the final part of rating celebrity outfits at the Met Gala 2025. Remember though, for the last time, I'm not a fashionista. I would just like to be one. I love it. I love it. Now I'm thinking about it, you do look like someone's grandma's curtains or a rug from Turkey. But regardless, the way you put that on, the way you're standing, the pose, the look, it looks good. You look strokeable in the least most creepy way. I just want to stroke the material. Not you, please. Just the material. The boys this year, half of them did so well. Some of you just are boring, bro. Like you're such a fun character. Your outfit ain't. Just because you put a cape on does not mean that the outfit is doing extra. This is just a plain suit. It even looks untailored. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. It's not that boring. But I just feel like Stormzy could have done better, man. You look good though, my brother, but you could have done better, man. Cause bro, if I was really to analyze this one, it really looks like you've just finished from your wedding day and you're about to get jiggy with your wife. Honeymoon ready. Choo-choo. Just because the theme was black doesn't mean you just turn up in black. This is like you did. Some people that turned up genuinely, you could tell they did not give a damn. This is someone's black curtain wrapped around a female body. That's what it is. Nobody can tell me any different. Oh. Maybe it's the pose. Nah, sorry, that dress is horrible. I don't know what sheep they sheared and put it at the bottom of your dress. Even the droopy droop in your dress. Madam, we're not talking about you right now. We're talking about Mr. Noah. Bro, you need to run the way you run in the Olympics back to your stylist and grab the rest of the trousers. What? Sorry, my head's in the way. Can you not see that? Oh, Shakiri, you need to sprint. You need to sprint back as well. This is not it. This, on the other hand, I love it. What? This is art, but fashion. Sugar. I love it. The fact that some of the people that were invited didn't even try, and this brother Wisdom didn't even get invited, has spun my brain. What? But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Please remember, I'm not a fashionista. I would just like to be one. I'm giving my opinion. That's it. I'm talking about the clothes, not the people. I will see you next year. Maybe I'll see you there. No, I already know. I'm never getting invited.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Today is about Davido. In the world of music, it's often just sound. One man turned into purpose. Davido just pastor, but it's source of life, of hope. Today he speaks not with chat or fame, but with heart, telling the inspiration behind his song Sabra Music, how he tapped from his music, a melody that caused.
Omale, I use inspiration from your song, English. Okay. Yeah, so I told them to play it for you. Yes, so it's trending everywhere, the whole world. Yes, so I'm still around. I'm still around for a bit. So I was telling them maybe we'll get you to come to Lagos. We can meet. To be nice. Okay. Yes. That would be great. Oh yeah, now. Okay, sir. God bless you, sir. So make sure you listen to the song tonight. Definitely, I'll do that. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. God bless you, sir. We are playing your music here like this in my house. That's what I watch. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's because of English. Yes. That's where I got the inspiration from. So.
And in the video practice, inspiration isn't just heard, it's felt. Davido, a blessing, a voice that gives more than music, it gives meaning. Kindly please subscribe to our channel. We are back. Thank you.
Epstein, whose recent arrest.
South Korea.
Welcome back to Clock Africa.
It's currently 2 a.m.
It's an absolute honor to stand here today, not just as mentors, but as witnesses to one of the most inspiring legal journeys we've ever seen.
Woo, woo, woo!
6 years ago, Kim Kardashian walked into this program with nothing but a fierce desire to fight for justice. No law school lectures, no ivory tower shortcuts, just determination, and a mountain of case law books to read. Over the course of this program, Kim has that's a total of 5,184 hours of legal study. That's time she carved out while raising 4 children, running businesses, filming television shows, and showing up in courtrooms to advocate for others.
And still looking gorge.
But perhaps the most extraordinary part isn't the hours, the books, or the tests. It's the why.
She's advocated for clemency, helped reunite families, and brought national attention to the most broken parts of our legal system. And now she does so not just with passion and determination, but with 6 years of legal training.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Everyone needs to pay attention to what's happening in China right now, because for countries like the United States, it is terrifying. You see, for a while now, cheap shit from China has been the perception of products coming out of the country. And for years, while companies like Tesla blew up, there was a real hesitation to buy Chinese cars. However, fast forward just 5 short years, China has exploded to become the world's largest car producer and exporter in the world. That graph is unbelievable. In fact, last year, China sold 50% more cars abroad than the next largest exporter. Their largest car company, BYD, is now also overtaken Tesla, the world's most valuable car company, in both revenue and sales. And it's only expected to get even crazier, because BYD's new EV factory will span 50 square miles. That's an area larger than the city of San Francisco. And that's a level most simply can't compete with. The thing is, it's not just electric cars. This long game approach that China started working on 15 years ago is seemingly all kicking in now. Just this week, China's flying taxis were granted the world's first operation certificates. For context, that is the final regulatory green light that they needed to start flying, meaning autonomous air taxi services will begin this year in China. This year! China also built the planet's largest high-speed rail network, which is 48,000 kilometers of track in just 15 years. But here's where things get interesting, because Joe Biden attributed China's meteoric rise to unfair business. And hear me out, because he's kind of got a valid point. You see, unlike companies in the West, which are separate from the government, in China, they're kind of not. This means that if the CCP wants to become the world's leader when it comes to cars, they can pour massive amounts of money into companies like BYD. This allows them to expand in scale, to have aggressively lower prices than the competition, to have reduced financial risk because they've literally got the Chinese government behind them, and then ultimately, as a result, can flood the global market with cars that are not just cheaper than the competition, but more technologically advanced too. And the thing is, consumers don't often care about how companies company has arrived to the final product. If it's better and cheaper, most likely it'll just be bought. And that's why the United States and many other countries around the world have implemented up to 100% tariffs on Chinese cars to make them more expensive. Because if they just sat back and let them flood the market, local companies simply couldn't compete, because it's not just an unlevel playing field, it's a whole separate playing field altogether. And that's the tricky problem that we're at now. Consumers in the West are seeing the stuff coming out of China and are asking their government why they are purposefully not allowing them to have it, especially during the cost of living crisis that we're currently in. But the question is, what do you think? Is it fair for a government to protect their local companies from unfair business, kind of like how we break up monopolies? Or should markets simply be left to decide winners and naturally? The United States is now arresting and even deporting students for one very controversial reason. Just today, surveillance footage showed 5 masked agents in plain clothes approach a student in the street. They tell her she's under arrest, cuff her, and then put her in an unmarked car. She is now being held in detention in Louisiana. And the thing is, Rumeysa is not the only one. At least 6 international students have been arrested or deported in recent weeks for their involvement in pro-Palestinian protests. One of them, Mahmoud Khalil, just straight up disappeared. Despite being a graduate student at Columbia University, a legal US permanent resident with a green card, and being married to an American woman who is 8 months pregnant after leading and organizing a pro-Palestinian protest on campus, he was quickly arrested and moved without notice from New Jersey to a detention all the way in Louisiana. His pregnant wife and lawyer couldn't even find him. But this is where it gets interesting, because there's no public evidence that he committed a crime. And even a White House official said the allegations here is not that he was breaking the law. So why was he arrested? Well, the Trump administration say it's about national security. And under immigration law, the Secretary of State can revoke visas or deport non-citizens if their actions are believed to have serious adverse foreign policy consequences. The US government accused Khalil and those like him of being radical foreign pro-Hamas students engaging in illegal protests. So on the one hand, the government does have the right to deny visas to non-citizens for security reasons. But on the other hand, critics argue that if this becomes a way to silence dissent, especially on controversial issues like on Gaza, then it's not just an immigration issue. It becomes a First Amendment one. But the question is, what do you guys think? Are these arrests justified, or is this a step too far? You will never believe the White House. 2 100 feet tall flagpoles. Video surfaced yesterday of Trump surveying the lawn to spot the most absolute best, most beautiful, perfect spot for a most magnificent flagpole. Trump said that the White House has been needing a flagpole for 200 years, so he's paying for 2 of them out of his own money. He also redecorated the Oval Office from Biden's dark blue to he replaced Obama with fight, 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 and he's even proposing to pave over the lawn in the Rose Gardens to address issues with wet grass during events. The flagpole installations, though, will be complete apparently this week. But the real question is, are you pro or anti-flagpole? Okay, breaking news. 6 people have died after a tourist submarine has sank off of the coast of Egypt. Reports say that around 40 people are on board, but because it sank close to the harbor and not all the way out at sea, rescue crews managed to get to them quickly and save about 29. Details about how exactly the rescue was carried out is still unknown, but what we do know is that the submarine was operational for years and that there are only about 14 of its kind in the world. So this is all unfolding right now, but I'll keep you guys updated when we know more. Okay, massive breaking news. Russell Brand has just been charged with rape and 2 counts of sexual assault. He's also been charged with 1 count of oral rape and 1 count of indecent assault. Now, these charges also relate to 4 separate women. Crazy part about this, though, as we all remember, in 2013, Channel 4 and The Times came out with a documentary which reported on 4 women who accused Russell Brand of sexual assault. But from those incidents, he was never actually charged with anything, and they were just accusations, and they allegedly happened between 2006 and 2013. The ones that he is just being charged with allegedly happened from 1999 to 2005, meaning it does not seem that they are the same women and they are not the same incidents. Russell has previously denied all accusations, and he said that he has never had non-consensual sex with a woman. The court date has been set to the 2nd of May, so as we know more, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, breaking news. 2 Israeli embassy staff have been shot dead outside a Jewish museum in Washington, D.C. by a man who police say shouted "Free Palestine" after the attack. Now, D.C. authorities said that the man, who they've now named as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez, was seen pacing outside the museum. When the event finished and people started to come out, he opened fire on a group of 4, killing a young couple who worked at the U.S.-Israeli embassy. Reports say that the man, Yaron Lechinsky, had just bought a wedding ring this week and was planning to propose. Now, the suspect has been arrested, and police said that we don't see anything in his background that would have placed him on our radar. The FBI is now investigating, so I'll keep you guys updated as we know more.
Ashanti is back in the headlines, and this time it's not for her music. Music executive Ray Daniels has sparked controversy by labeling Ashanti a fraud, claiming her entire career was built on unoriginal work. According to Ray, Ashanti's rise in R&B was not due to her own talent, but because of behind-the-scenes advantages, especially from Irv Gotti. He suggests that her first few hits were remixes of songs by male artists and that her performances never quite matched the energy of other stars from her era. He compares her to the likes of Beyoncé, Usher, and Chris Brown, saying while they all dominate the stage with their vocals and dance moves, Ashanti never brought that same level of performance. Ray argues she was more of a cheat code than an actual force in the music game. But here's where the debate gets heated. While critics have questioned Ashanti's vocals and stage presence for years, others defend her legacy. It's true, Ashanti may not be a powerhouse vocalist or a dynamic dancer, but she undeniably made waves in the early 2000s. She played a major role in shaping the sound of that era. Her smooth voice, relatable lyrics, and catchy hooks helped define R&B for a new generation. Songs like Foolish, Happy, Rain on Me, and Baby weren't just hits. They were cultural moments. And yes, Ashanti wrote many of her own songs, as well as hits for artists like Jennifer Lopez. The criticism from Ray Daniels also overlooks her contributions as a songwriter. Ashanti wasn't just performing music, she was creating it. She earned her...
Ashanti is the biggest fake out in R&B music history. Ashanti was a cheat code. That's all she was. And by the way, I'm not saying Ashanti was whack or anything. I'm just saying Irv cheated the game for her. Let me tell you what I mean. Look at everybody from that era. They could dance. They could sing their ass up. You could say, I don't like Beyonce's song, but you can't say when she gets on stage, she doesn't kill it. You could say, I don't like Chris Brown and Usher music, but they get on stage and kill it. Ashanti doesn't kill it on stage. She just sings. She's a pretty girl that sings great songs. But the songs are all remixed. Her first single is what? A Biggie remix. She comes with Baby, Baby, Baby. And then guess what that was? That was Scarface. Mary, Mary. When she did the one on Rain on Me, that's the Jay-Z Can I Live beat. Ashanti's first 5 or 6 singles was all remakes of men.
Them shit. I'm right here.
Give us some hearts too. Give us some hearts too.
Wait, look, now I had to get on. Okay.
Yo, I love y'all, my icon family. I gotta tap in and y'all know, man. We here, and I promise y'all I'm gonna start going live more. What a party tour. I just got to finish it, Nelly off in fucking bowling. I was fixing it.
We outside. Hey, hey, hey.
See, they on the real live.
We on the real live. There we go. We going up. We going up.
They live. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm in a growth process. It's a growing spurt. Come on, Icon, watch me bowl. Oh, man.
What happened is, look, me...
Bro, why has no one told me about how insane Indian fairs are? For example, this is the Chicha Vitricha fair, where it's completely normal to have dozens of rides of questionable stability spinning right over the heads of the packed crowds below. And no one even cares about how close they get. This is normal. And in India, they're not just fairs. They're huge cultural and religious events that attract millions of people across the country. In fact, in some regions, villages will just be left deserted because everyone is attending their local fair. fair. And in many communities, this is actually where men are encouraged to go and look for a potential wife. Although, looking at the packed crowds and the steam or dust floating in the air, not sure if it's the most romantic place for bro to make a move. So the question is, would you go to an Indian fair or not?
Welcome back to the Clock Africa channel, guys. You know how we do it on this channel. Pure dive into trending topics from your favorite celebrities. Now, if you are yet to be part of the family, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification button so you can be the first to know when we drop a new video. So let's get to it. Listen up, because this is wild. So fans are dragging partisan Fontaine, claiming he betrayed Cardi B. Now, if you didn't know, Cardi and Party have always had a solid bond. He's helped co-write some of her biggest hits, tracks like Up, WAP, Be Careful, and let's not forget that iconic verse on Glorilla's Tomorrow, too. They've always had a tight working relationship, no drama. But now, fans are raising eyebrows, thinking something might be off between Cardi and Party. Why? Because he allegedly liked a shady picture. Here's the deal. Just days ago, it came out that Cardi B's man, Stalln Diggs, was possibly messing with another woman. This woman posted a photo of her and Stalln together. And guess what? People say Party liked it. Now the woman has since deleted the post, and the online chaos quieted down. But Party's like on that picture has people wondering, what's really going on between him and Cardi B? People are side-eyeing him now, like, is there tension we don't know about? So I gotta ask, what do y'all think? Is something low-key brewing between Cardi and Party? Or is this all internet cap? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's get next hot topic. All right, so Beyonce has finally kicked off her Cowboy Carter tour. The Queen launched the tour in LA, and of course her daughter Blue Ivy was right by her side. But some fans aren't here for Blue being on that stage. They're saying she's not ready, especially after a clip started circulating online. People are talking, comparing the energy levels between Beyonce and Blue. Some say Bey's full of fire and charisma, while Blue just doesn't have that same glow. One comment said Blue looked nervous, even uncomfortable. And others claim the star power that Beyonce naturally has just isn't there in Blue. They're calling her a built star instead of a born star. They said she danced well, but it felt like she was only on stage to carry her mom's legacy, not because it's her own dream. According to them, it's all practice, no raw talent. Some even said Blue looked stiff when comparing her to how Beyonce performed at that age. Now, here's the thing. Blue is just 13. She's still growing, learning, and figuring herself out. But people are expecting her to be just like her mom. And as long as she's walking in Beyonce's shadow, the expectations will always be sky high. Personally, I think she did great. Yes, there were moments where she seemed unsure, but that's what growth looks like. And from what I see, Blue is serious, focused, and clearly working hard. She's only going to get better. I'm here for her journey. But let's remember, this is her path. Her growth won't look like anyone else's, not even her mom's. We've got to let her evolve at her own pace. But again, I want to know, do y'all think Blue Ivy has the talent to be on stage with Beyonce? Do you think she's on the path to becoming the next Queen Bee? Let me know in the comments. Now here's where the internet really started cutting up. People came for Blue hard, saying she looked stiff during that Deja Vu performance. They criticized her choreography, saying it wasn't on point. But be real, do y'all know how hard it is to pull off that kind of choreography? Can you do it? That's the question. Most of the people talking can't even do a simple two-step. It takes dedication to dance like that. And this girl is only 13. She should be proud just for having the guts to even step on that stage. She's doing her best to live up to the legacy her mom built. Blue Ivy is literally growing into a star right in front of our eyes. Give her a break. Show her some grace. People love to criticize, especially when it comes to young talent. But think about it. She could be out there doing anything. Instead, she's choosing to work, to train, and to shine in her own way. She's showing up. She's not running from the pressure. And that's powerful.
It won't be long until she's here. Now wait a minute. What's your favorite color of wood?
Okay, breaking news, and again, I think this shit is following us. So, heading to the airport, 3 a.m. we had to leave because it was such a long drive, early flight. Get an email, and they say, don't even turn up to the airport. The whole place closed. Heathrow, one of the biggest in the world. They said it will remain closed, whole thing, until midnight tonight. Keep in mind, flights today and for the UK, but for many days and for countries around the world. That planes had to turn around mid-air and divert, and because they weren't even receiving arrivals at the airport. Some had to land in Paris instead of London. Others had to land in Ireland instead of London. So currently we don't know how the fire has started, but I'll keep looking. But I mean, the last time I was flying, I was reporting on in the airport that there was a freaking terror attack in the city that I was going to. And now this. This is not even... I'll keep you updated. Bro, it literally looks like hell just opened up in Malaysia today. This morning, apparently a gas pipeline exploded and caused a massive fiery mushroom cloud stretching 20 stories high. And this thing burnt for several hours. The blast left a huge crater and injured 145 people, including children. 67 people are being treated at hospital, mostly for second and third degree burns, but luckily no one was killed. They said that restoring the area affected could take a full year. Oh, I am so sorry that I have to tell you guys this, but we have just got more revenge tariffs. China vowed to fight America to the bitter end, and they might not have been bluffing, because instead of taking back their 34% tariffs like Trump ordered them to, I guess, well, they've done the opposite. They've raised it to 84%. You know what that means? That means America now has a 104% tariff on Chinese goods, which is the highest out of any country, and China has an 84% tariff on America now. And I don't even know, I don't know if it's going to go higher. I thought that it wouldn't go higher at 10%, but here we are. And, just to give you a context, some of the things made in China include everything. Okay, no, I'm kidding. Products like iPhone, a lot of Apple products, iPads, PlayStation 5s, Nintendo Switch, a substantial amount of Nike footwear, Adidas shoes, clothing, TVs like Hisense, TCLs, the list goes on. And I don't know if Trump is going to go higher than 104, but he did just post urging companies to not wait and move to the United States now. As we hear more, I'll keep you guys updated. Oh Lord, the reason that this Kenyan man hitched a ride on a helicopter at a wedding is actually wild. So recently, a famous musician was getting married. So he had a big traditional wedding with music, food, dancing, and of course, a lot of celebrity guests. One of which was a massive YouTuber who turned up in a freaking helicopter to shorten the 7-hour drive from Nairobi. But when it came time to leave, one of the guests, who I'm not even sure was invited, approached the passengers knowing that they were wealthy and asked for money. When they refused, he asked them to at least give him a ride to Nairobi. When they refused again, he actually had to be removed by security. But that did not stop the bicycle repairman and father of two, because somehow he returned, and bro said, I am not taking no for an answer. When the pilot eventually noticed, he quickly made an emergency landing, dropping him off unharmed in a nearby field. Shocked that he actually survived, locals ran to him and lifted him up in the air in celebration. Now, he has since been arrested for putting the passengers' lives in danger, but refused to apologize, saying that it was exhilarating. He said he usually relies on donkeys for transport, so the flight marked a historic moment for him. He even managed to keep his slippers and claimed that he could have lasted the entire 65-minute flight. NASA has just confirmed that China's Three Gorges Dam is so massive that it is slowing the Earth's rotation. Located in the Hubei province, it's the world's largest hydroelectric power station, and it holds a staggering 10 billion cubic meters of water. That's about 10 trillion gallons. But now, according to NASA scientists, it is redistributed Earth's mass enough to the point where it is slowing the Earth's rotation by 0.06 microseconds per day. And we can't have plastic straws. Think of it like when you're spinning on your chair and you put your legs out. You slow down because your mass is moved away from the center. And that is what China's Three Gorges Dam is doing to the Earth. So what's the tariff for slowing Earth's rotation? Donald Trump's 4-day tour of the Middle East has just wrapped, so here's all of the wild shit that went down. His first stop was Saudi Arabia on Tuesday, where he secured a massive $600 billion commitment from Saudi Arabia to invest in the US. And Saudi also signed the largest defense deal in history, purchasing a staggering $142 billion of US arms. That same evening, he lifted all sanctions on Syria. Trump explained that he wants Syrians to have a chance at success. And keep in mind how big of a deal that is, because that ends a staggering 46 years of US sanctions. Israeli officials, however, weren't very happy, and they described the move as risky. Trump's next stop in the Middle East, Qatar, was even more groundbreaking because he became the first US president to make an official visit to the nation ever. He received a ceremonial fighter jet escort, he was greeted by camels, and even had a motorcade to the palace that included Cybertrucks and cavalry. Trump particularly liked the camels, though.
We appreciate those camels. I haven't seen camels like that in a long time.
Qatar agreed to a huge deal with Boeing, purchasing 210 jets for $96 billion, the largest order in the company's history. And then the two countries agreed to a deal which the White House described as a historic $1.2 trillion economic commitment from Qatar. And then to top it off, during this visit, he told the press that he wants to take Gaza and turn it into a freedom zone. And there's also talk of Trump signing a nuclear deal with Iran. Not too sure how Israel's feeling about those two either. And then today, Trump visited the UAE for his last stop, where he was given a massive traditional welcome. The US agreed to sell the UAE 500,000 of NVIDIA's most advanced chips every year, which will likely help make the UAE a global leader in artificial intelligence. The Atlantic Council said there has never been a US presidential visit to the Middle East like this one.
All right, Clock Africa fam, let's get into the buzz surrounding Cardi B and whether or not she might be expecting again. So let's rewind a bit. On April 1st, blogger Alexis dropped a cryptic post saying, "A little birdie told me these two are already expecting," implying Cardi B could be pregnant. Now, at the time, it felt like just gossip. There was no solid proof, no bump, no signs, no nothing. But now, there's a photo that's been circling online showing Cardi with what some say is a visible baby bump. Now, here's the thing. Cardi recently hit the Met Gala red carpet, looking stunning as always, and from those angles, she didn't look pregnant at all. But let's be real, there are ways to layer your outfits, snatch your waist, and keep a low bump out of sight if you really want to. And after hiding previous pregnancies like a pro, Cardi knows how to keep the world guessing until she's ready. Now the attention shifts to who the maybe baby daddy could be, Stefan Diggs. Allegedly, he just had a baby girl with someone known online as Lord Giselle. And it's being said that this is the reason Young Miami cut things off with Stefan. Apparently, she found out he had a baby on the way behind the scenes. Let's be honest, this situation is messy. Cardi's fresh off a painful divorce. She just had a baby not too long ago. The timing feels off. And if the rumors are true, this would mean she's having a baby with another Offset-type man, one who seems deep in the streets with the ladies. It doesn't help that Stefan's been getting exposed left and right. One of his alleged side chicks even said she wasn't a secret and put everything out in the open. So, if this is the man Cardi's dealing with, it's no surprise people are concerned. Still, Cardi seems completely unfazed by all the drama. No comments, no tweets, no energy given to the mess. But when you're healing from heartbreak, your decisions don't always make sense. You're hurting, you're vulnerable, and sometimes you tolerate things you wouldn't even glance at when your heart was whole. That's why if she really is pregnant, it's tough to watch, because this might not be the win she deserves right now. Still, we don't know for sure. That image could be deceiving, or it could be very real. But as always, we want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and tell us what you think. This video is brought to you by VetaQuickShop.com, your one-stop online store for unique finds, and 11 Labs, the AI tech powering next-level voiceovers. Link available in description. Now, before we go, today is a day that deserves its own moment.
Y'all enjoy y'all day, but take a look at all the love that's being poured out to all the mothers on Mother's Day. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
This is for you, Queen. This is for you, Mom. All the sacrifices that you make, all the times when you're tired, sick, and don't really want to have no strength, you still get out the bed to take care of them kids. You are a great mother. You are a mother of substance. You are a mother of power. You are a mother of victory. And this is a Mother's Day prayer to all the great mothers that are here and that are in heaven. Because everybody out here had a mother. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If she was good or bad, she was a mother. And this shout out to all the great mothers this morning. all the great mothers today, and every single mother that's gonna be celebrated today from the past is still here today. But this is for you, mama. Even if you don't get anything, even if you feel unappreciated, even if you don't feel like celebrate, go celebrate yourself, because you are a woman of multiplication, a woman of substance, a woman of power, a woman of glory, and you are a virtuous woman in all your ways. And I pray for victory over your day. I pray for honor. I pray for peace. I pray for every single child that came out of your womb. I pray that they celebrate you today, because at the end of the day, you only get one mother. At the end of the day, God gave you favor, grace, mercy, and power. Every single thing gonna work together for your good. Heavenly Father, bless every single mother this morning and give them strength, victory, honor, peace, purpose, power, restoration, grace, mercy, and power. Strengthen every single good mother, Father. Strengthen every single great mother. Touch the single mothers, Father. Come and touch every single mother out there, Father, because without a mother, I wouldn't be here today, Father. They wouldn't be here today, Father. They are the ones that multiply the earth. They are the women of salt, Father. They are the women of substance. They are the women of power, and they are the women of glory. So shout out every single mother today, and God gonna give you favor, grace, mercy, power, strength, victory, and honor. Peace, purpose, understanding that every single thing gonna work together for your good. I pray for peace over you, mama. You are a virtuous woman. You are a strong woman. You are a good woman. You are a woman of every single thing they mean. I don't care what nobody say. Happy Mother's Day in Jesus' name. Amen.
Don't do nothing extra for Dusty today. Do you hear me? If I was you, I would be. I don't make me for them today. Do you understand?
To the ones that have the baby, happy Mother's Day. To the ones that don't have baby, happy Mother's Day. To the ones that have the baby, happy Mother's Day. To the ones that don't have baby, happy Mother's Day. To the ones that are recently pregnant right now, I just want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody out there in the world. Even
y'all, it's Mother's Day, and I'm at the gravesite visiting my mother. If your mother's still alive, enjoy her. I miss my mother so much. And I enjoyed her when she was alive. And that was my bestest friend in the whole wide world. So yes, if your mom alive, please, 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 please make this day so special for her. Love y'all. And happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers.
Roses are red and today is Mother's Day. Fuck them kids. Just like Burger King, today you can have it your way. Happy Mother's Day.
My mother is the kind of woman who, when she's angry, her voice goes from an impatient car horn to a tornado siren. She didn't like your answer why you did something, would send you back to your room. The one she took the door off his hinges so you can't slam it because you don't own nothing in this house. So you can think of a different answer who say, look at me when I'm talking to you, and you better—
daughter of a cryptocurrency boss and shove her in the back of this white van. Now, luckily she was with her husband at the time, and luckily he was a real one because he tried to fight these guys off, but he ended up getting hit in the back of the head multiple times. Despite this, however, he never lets go of her. She was able to grab one of the attacker's guns and throw it into the street, and then moments later, this guy comes running out of an alley to help the couple, and they get scared and they run off. Craziest thing though, witnesses say that this street was relatively busy at the time, and there was even a group of children on their way to a local primary school. Cryptocurrency sector alone, this year, one crypto influencer's father was kidnapped and found in the boot of a car days later, and Ledger co-founder David Balland was kidnapped with his wife in his own home, and he even had his freaking finger cut off for a ransom. Crypto kidnappings have also been happening in other countries around Europe. So, if you're in the space and you're rich, stay safe. Oh, this is hilarious. So yesterday, everyone was so confused on how, because some of the numbers were crazy, like 50%. But after some people started doing the math, turns out it might be a little bit more simple than we thought. Even the freaking White House account got the reader's added context tag. So it turns out that these percentages aren't foreign tariffs. They simply show how much more the US imports from a country than exports to it. So for example, if the US imports $1 billion, so the calculation that they used is the 100 billion minus 60 billion equals 40 billion, then 40 billion divided by 100 billion, and there you go, 40% tariffs charged to that country. Another couple of interesting points was the 10% tariffs charged to the McDonald's and Heard Islands, where only penguins live. Now, the speculation for this is that either done this because they're Australian territory, or the fact that people have started setting up shell companies on those islands. Also in his speech, Trump officially acknowledged Taiwan as a country. In reference to JD Vance, he said he's gaining a lot of confidence, isn't he? And then a couple of surprising countries that were spared from Trump's tariffs, which were there were only a few, were Russia and North Korea. You see, Trump says that he wants America to become self-reliant and drive businesses and manufacturing back to the country, but it's within America rather than abroad. Tariffs are his chosen way of trying to do this, but investors and the stock market absolutely hate it. In fact, the market tanked so hard that as of recording, we are only 1.3% away from having to halt all trading. Now, Trump's rebuttal to this is that if you want to make any long-term plans or change, what do you guys think? Do you trust Trump for the long term, or is his tariff plan gonna fail miserably? Let me know.
Danielle says, how's your mother? Did pretty good. The kids, Ace and Blaze, had graduated from their school, so they was doing pretty good. But by the time I got back from my trip the other day, my mom she wasn't feeling me again. She was back to not feeling us. So hopefully it'll change. Y'all just don't know what I really like. All the stuff that y'all see online, that stuff is like, who cares? But the stuff that I really be dealing with, y'all just do not understand, okay?
Welcome back to Clock Africa, where we bring you the most talked about stories in culture and the streets. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Things just took a turn in the rap world, and it's got people talking from all corners of the internet. It seems like Glorilla may have sparked a new round of tension with Megan Thee Stallion, and it all came out of nowhere. The two seemed cool, no issues on the surface, until yesterday. Glorilla shared an Instagram story with a message that is at the center of ongoing controversy surrounding the word, claiming there's a new witness, a man who supposedly overheard Kelsey, measuring what's real. Then you have Congresswoman Anna saying they have evidence proving Tory's innocence and promised it would be released in 36 hours. Meanwhile, Megan is clearly fed up with the drama. She recently went off on social media, calling out anyone siding with Tory and telling him directly to leave her alone. She made it very clear she still believes he's the one who pulled the trigger. So in the middle of all that, and shortly after, she unfollowed Glorilla on Instagram. Glorilla still follows Megan, but she quickly deleted the post, though by then, the damage was done. Was it a mistake, or was it shade? That's the question everyone's asking. Some say Glorilla just wasn't thinking, but others believe she knew exactly what she was doing. With everything going on around Megan and Tory, there's another situation brewing in the world of Cash Doll. She recently went public with her new man, Zarius Smith, a former NFL player, and things seem to be going great until now. An alleged side chick came forward with receipts. She posted a photo of herself and Zarius. Cash Doll and Zarius went public with their relationship back in March. So, if that date is accurate, it means he might have been dealing with drama by Cash Doll by her real name. He added that posting old content to break them up was desperate, but it still left people asking, could she be telling the truth, or is this just a case of jealousy and clout chasing? Cash Doll hasn't directly addressed the mess, but people are keeping an eye on her page to see if she drops any hints. It's especially sensitive because she's been open about her previous heartbreak. After her split with her baby daddy, Tracy T, in July 2024, she admitted it took a toll on her emotionally. She even said she had hoped that relationship would last since they shared children together. So now, seeing her bounce back and look happy with Zarius, fans are protective. But if he's already playing games, this could end badly. It's hard to know who to believe in situations like this. We've all seen people lie to stir up drama, but we've seen cheaters cover their tracks until it all blows up. All and entertaining. There were random moments where people were partying, venting, even confessing their frustrations on camera. Some artists use the platform to promote their new music, reflect on pregnancy memories, and clap back at haters. One even talked about recording a whole song while pregnant and how people still hate because the song sounds good. There's clearly a lot happening both online and behind the scenes. But back to the main point, do you think Glorilla was being shady with that Tory Lanez track, or was it just bad timing? And when it comes to Cash Doll and Zarius, do you believe he's being truthful, or is he covering something up? The internet has a lot to say, but we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and for the latest updates and exclusive stories from the culture. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
No, it's not. They're having the cars and the keys with me. And do what? And skirt off on your ass with every piece of me. When and what? That a bad bitch is still a bad. That a bad bitch is still a bad bitch, even if you treat her average. The only thing you came with was what? A Louis. Your chest will cave in if I did you how you do me. Chest will cave in if I did you how you do me. Same be in your ear. Wanna fuck me? Be wrong, right? You wanna fuck me? If I let one of them. You know this what got power? What got power? Bad bitch. You know this power. This situation dead. I'm gonna get these M&Ms. She on fire. I'm gone. She on fire. I'm gone. I love y'all. Wait, what's the name of the single? For the next 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Man, I love y'all. Wait, what's the name of the single? For the next 30 minutes.
30 minutes.